I've gotten to work with some amazing companies as a gardening influencer, as cringe as that sounds. And I got a raised bed from Earth Easy and decided alongside the COO, who's become a good friend, that we wanted to gift the garden bed forward and give it to a deserving family who wanted to learn how to garden. And today we did the install, but I want to fill you in on the process. I asked my Instagram community to nominate people for a garden, and we've got the bed, but I would personally go out and buy the soil and the plants and everything to make it its own little kitchen garden. And so I put up a reel, and a couple people emailed me, quite a few emails, but one stood out in particular about this beautiful family.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
How are you? I'm Joe.
Pastor and his wife and their 4 kids, and their oldest son, whose birthday it was today when we installed, he was fostered by them from birth. He has special needs, he has Down syndrome, and they ended up adopting him and then going on to have their 3 other children. And when we heard the story about them, we immediately just felt very drawn to the family. So it was very easy to choose them as the recipients of the garden. And from there, I reached out, and the husband and I decided it was going to be a surprise for his wife and kids. We let him know the dimensions of the bed. He told me what they would want to grow, what the family eats. And then I ironed everything else out in terms of quantities of plants, design and layout, of course, and then what we're going to do for soil, filling the raised bed up from scratch. He sent me photos of the yard so we could figure out where to place the bed that got enough sun. All of that we did in advance, and then I just went ahead and prepped everything, and we loaded up my neighbor's truck and we installed it. It was one of the most fulfilling and joyful experiences. My husband helped me, the kids helped us build the raised bed. Like, the whole thing was incredible.
Okay, buddy.
What's doing?
Okay, give me those.
One?
Woke up with a nightmare last night. All of the veggies and plants I bought for this install were eaten because I left them out here. They weren't.
This whole house was before.
We're walking over to borrow a neighbor's truck, thankfully, so we can do this project in La Habra. I'm really excited. This family is very sweet. I'm like so excited to gift them with this. I seriously can't wait. Don't worry. I grew up on a farm. That's how you learn to drive, bud. Woo! Longer in the bed, and I did Google how long it was going to be, so figured that out. Safe, right? Now I have to fill soil up, over, and in, like double black diamond, always. It's like I'm addicted to a challenge. So my biggest motivation, the reason I'm trying to do as much as I can by myself, is I hate being late to pick my kids up from school. So we're on a bit of a timeline. The second my husband comes home from church, I want to like get on the road. So I'm trying to do everything I can. There's just some soil I am not strong enough to lift, considering I need to hoist it over the bed. And we're assembling the top bar, like the edging on the raised bed, when we get there, because that's the most fragile part. That was my husband's idea. And thankfully, because it would kind of hang off with a little bit of a lip, it makes it easier to sit on, looks really nice. So I love that component, and that's this guy there. Put that on when we get there. It'll only take 2 seconds. My garden, I'm gathering up tools to take, gloves. Certainly like the cobbler whose children has no shoes, like installing a garden for someone, and mine is a crazy mess, and it's infested with grubs. But we love her anyways, right? Hey, are you ready?
Yeah.
doing?
We're dropping off a garden bed.
Are you excited?
Yeah. We're going to La Habra.
Refer because So what I'm doing here is using collected leaves from our neighborhood that the neighborhood landscapers gave me. I'm going to fill the bottom 4 inches with these leaves and stomp them down, and then put some soil building conditioner on top of that, which will eventually break down into this hard ground that they have. I used 2 bags of that. All of this I measured out, and I'll give you guys some tools in the show notes for that. But then on top of this, I placed organic potting soil as well as compost. The next step then is to edge the raised bed, which I mentioned earlier. We went ahead and built that on site because it's a little bit of a fragile component, and it's something that we wanted to do without having it get messed up. Okay, so the goal with all of this is to get as much as we can fit as possible, but also to use plants that will work as pest repellent since they're newer gardeners, and bring in pollinators. So we've made choices like calendula, and I'll have some pansies in here, get some flowers in to help get some pollinator activity. But this calendula and also a lot of the onions are gonna help keep pests away. In. I just have to put the plant tags in, and then we'll get to meet the family. And I think they're almost here. I'm so excited. We have a gift for one of their kids. It's actually their birthday. It's hanging out there. So jazzed.
Hi.
We're in you guys. What are you doing? Hello. Is that the birthday boy? Yeah. Happy birthday.
Hi.
I have a present for you, Ben. And a present for you, Mom.
Oh my goodness.
We put a garden together for you guys.
How are you guys?
Happy birthday. Oh, wow. It's our favorite gardening book and some tools. Oh my gosh, that's so kind. Hi, David. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
You're
How are you? I'm Joe.
welcome. My husband helped me put it all
Oh
together.
my gosh, you guys
Come on in.
are so kind.
Yeah, so we put together, I do like gardening online, and I had a company send me a raised bed, and I wanted to gift it forward to someone, so your friend Valerie nominated you guys, and she just told us a little bit about your family, and then your husband filled me in too, so we just felt like it would be a fun thing to set up for you guys. So I talked to Ryan, we picked out veggies that we think you guys would enjoy. And then, you know, filled it all up with super good soil. Labeled it for you, but I'll leave you with the actual plant. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take a couple. How do you think it went?
I think it went good.